I'm Sylvie, and welcome to Sylvie Reacts. Today we are going to be reacting to ReZero, the third season. So it's been a while since the last season, and so I decided to watch a few recap episodes. No, not episodes. What I meant to say is recap YouTube videos. And it's a good thing I did, because there was clearly a lot that I didn't remember. So in this season, I assume we're going to be getting more to the royal selection, hopefully, and getting to know more of the characters involved in that, all the different candidates. And so, the one thing I will say about ReZero is, like, there is a lot that typically happens in, like, pretty much each season, and so it can be a lot, like, very hard to remember. Like I said, I'm glad I watched those recaps. But, like, it was interesting to meet all the various witches, that, I guess, more or less helped Subaru. And I think one of my favorite parts in the second season was, where Subaru helped, Beatrice. It was a pretty touching scene. And I'm kind of glad that Beatrice did finally accept him, and, well, kind of accept him. It's kind of like halfway there, kind of, you know? It's an interesting thing because, like, it's not like she's, from my understanding, she's not, like, fully committed, you know? But definitely a lot closer. Now, you might be wondering, okay, so this, ReZero has started quite a, like, third season started quite a bit ago. You might be wondering, like, why haven't you already been watching it? Considering I have actually been watching a lot of the other seasonal anime. And the reason I haven't started watching this until now is mainly because I didn't really remember a lot, and I kept putting it off. And then when I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna do reactions, it kind of solidified it that I'll wait and keep ReZero for one of the series that I'll start reacting to. And so that's why here we are. Even though it's quite late in the season, and I'm only starting a ReZero third season now. And if you're interested in full-length reactions, you can find that on my Patreon. As well as you can get early access, usually. It'll be a week or two. Some, like, depending on the series, it could even be up to a month. Like, I'll be like 4 episodes ahead over on the Patreon, so if you're interested in getting access to those, head on over there. I even will do exclusive series from time to time. Currently, the exclusive that I'm going to be reacting to over there, starting, I believe, Sunday, is going to be Bake Monogatari, I believe it's called. That's a series I pretty much have no idea about, but I know it's very popular. So anyway, but this is about ReZero, so let's just stick to that, and let's get straight into it. Subaru, right off the bat. I guess he's training or something? Nice. I guess he could use a whip. It's good to have ReZero back. Oh, Beatrice. It's so weird seeing her outside of the library. They get along pretty well. Then again, he gets along pretty well with most of them. At least now. Don't get too big of a head. You've already done that before. I wonder if we're gonna get her back this season. Or if it's gonna happen some other season. It's gonna be interesting to have Beatrice here all the time. Like, usually we only get her, like, when he wound up in the library, but now it's like she's gonna be around quite often. Pretty big city. Sounds like she's lost. Wow. This person's very weird. My thoughts exactly. Ouch. Oh, bleeding. Ow. Little girl user? Subaru definitely has earned a name for himself. Yes. We got all the cat people. Well, almost all the cat people. Does he just look the same? Or is that actually her? Pretty curious. Morning exercises?
両手を上げてビクトリー。
スバル、なんだか今朝はすごくご機嫌ね。
昨日は寝る前にちょっといいことがあってさ。
そうなんだ。よかった。スバル、ちょっと悩んでたみたいだから。
スバルと違ってあっちはひどいありさまなのよ。
What happened there? Drinking too much?
せっかくプレステルまで来たんですから、昨夜はいろんな人と会って顔つなぎを。
危ねえ。
私が確かめたいこと、それはズバリ愛についてなんです。わあ、恥ずかしい。私の愛の確認作業に
This is so weird.
お付き合いいただけないでしょうか。
いいぞ。
感謝をしたくない。
I'm pretty anxious here.
譲り合う
Like, what's gonna happen here?
だから私はありがとう、ごめんなさいを重ねるんです。ほらこっちにおいで。ずっと待たせてしまってごめんね。窮屈でごめんね。でも男の子だからそんなに泣いちゃいけませんよ。内緒にしてあげたいけどおもらしまでしてしまって、みんなに知られた恥ずかしいですよ。
Why are they all... Are they all, like, under a spell or something? I'm so confused.
この子はとても勇気のある子なんです。
ルースベル泣くな。お前は最高だ。男を見せたんならそのまま貫け。
あんたきっといい男になる。
互いの思いを分かち合えないから対立は生じる。
This is crazy.
諦めるから絆は生まれない。今皆さんの心はどうですか。
そんなことはね。
And now they're all clapping. Subaru needs to snap out of it. Whoa.
そして
And he died.
夏希様はその時間に向けておやつなんて準備されるのが良いと思いませんか。あれれ、どうされました。もしですか。おーいおーい。
スバル、急にどうしたの。何事かしら。スバル、
気持ち悪い。気持ち悪い。気持ち悪い。
Wow. Wonder how we're gonna deal with that. If this is gonna be a situation where he's gonna have to keep going back and trying to figure out how to stop that, or what? I don't know. Alright. Time for the discussion. Alright, so that was episode 1 for ReZero Season 3. It was a pretty long episode. Way longer than I was expecting. Obviously, I was only expecting it to be a normal length episode. At the same time, I'm also not sure it actually needed to be that long. Maybe other people don't mind it being that long, but I feel like if it's gonna be that long, there should be a good reason for it. Like, for example, Oshinoko, I think there was a very good reason for why the episode needed to be as long as it was. Or like Frieren, where the main 4 episodes, which were technically combined into one. In this case, it was a lot of, like a setup episode. A lot of reintroductions of the characters, and a lot of discussing a lot of the new, a lot of discussing of the, like, the royal selection of the different candidates and all that. But beyond that, I think it was still a pretty good episode. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10 length. I feel like there were times where I was like, man, when is this episode going to end? Not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because it just was really, really long. But anyway, let's talk about what happened during the episode. So I really liked the dynamic between Subaru and Beatrice. It was really cute. The banter between them and how close they seem to have gotten. I do think it's, I know maybe it's something I'm misunderstanding, but as far as I remember, she didn't fully accept the relationship, but only partially. But I mean, she seems to be really into it, so I mean, they seem to be like best buds at this point. Beyond that, there was a lot of politics going on between the royal selection, all the different candidates. Like, Priscilla is one I don't really like right now. She's very... very... what would be the word? Oh, she seems like a bit stuck up. She seems to think like she's the main character, she's the most important person, that no matter what, she's going to win. Like, she has no doubts in her mind that everyone else is just a stepping stone. Which, I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with having that level of confidence, but I think at some point, like, it just doesn't come off as very good or very well in regard, like, like, I don't know, like, you'd think someone who's trying to be a candidate would come off as a little bit more friendly, but maybe it's because they're her competition more so than, like, maybe she isn't like that with other people. Anastasia, she's a bit hard to read. She seems helpful at times, but I don't know what her motives are right now. Like, she seems to be the type of person who does things that benefit herself, even like in disguise of it helping someone else. Like, okay, yeah, it may help this person, but I think there is a motive behind why she wants to help. Let's see, what else? Oh, right, Garfield. I think Mimi and Garfield together was pretty adorable. I really like the dynamic between them two. Mimi is very cute, and anytime they show up, it's like, oh, I want to give head pats. But anyway, then we also got, like, Garfield's mother, maybe? Like, is that possible? Or is it just a lookalike? I mean, I don't know. I mean, would be crazy if that's actually her. And then also, I'm a little bit confused about why he's seeing Elsa. I don't know if that's just him experiencing trauma, or if there's some other reason that I just don't remember that happened. I'm not entirely sure. Then, toward the end, we had, Sid Archbishop representing Wrath show up, and they seem to have a power that will control people, and it's like they created a situation where they had an audience that was responding in a way that they wanted them to respond. Everyone was watching, just as this madness unfolded, as if they were cheering it on and everything like that, and by the end of it, yeah, by the end of it, all their heads exploded, including Subaru's. Which ended up getting him reset, which was interesting because he didn't even reset that far back. It was like just moments before. I don't know if that's necessarily the case or if that's just because it's, anime, where we had the moment where they were talking with Priscilla, because she was dancing, but then right after that is when it happened. But I don't know if that followed, if it was right away or an hour later or 4 hours later, you know what I mean? Could have been a bit later from that point. So I'm curious to see where that's going to go, if it's going to last multiple episodes. Or if it's going to be settled right away. Maybe Subaru will figure something out right away, because I know with the previous season, the idea here is that he's not going to be using his resetting ability, constantly dying over and over again. He is allowed to live. It is basically, he doesn't have to keep experiencing this over and over again. He's trying to avoid doing that, taking advantage of it as much as possible. He's trying to avoid that. So I'm hoping that he's able to figure this out relatively quickly, stop that from happening, and not keep going back and over and over again, resetting, because that just feels like we didn't move on. We didn't move forward from him having to go through that over and over again. It just ends up feeling the same as what it already was. And I feel like we need to get past that point. Which is also good. That's something else I need to bring up. In the beginning, it showed that he is actually training and he's getting better at fighting, which is very good, because he needs that. He really needs to get better and be able to... it's one of those things where you need power if you can't just be all talk, and that is often what Subaru has been for pretty much the past 2 seasons. I mean, not necessarily all the way through. There were occasions where he wasn't just all talk, but a lot of it was, and I'm glad to see that he is starting to definitely move forward in a direction that is more than just talk, more than just calling himself a knight, actually being a knight. And it's good to see that his reputation seems to have gone all over, even though he considers himself a loser. It seems a lot of people look up to him despite that, which is quite interesting. I mean, I guess we take down the whale. I guess people are gonna be interested in that. The singer girl, I don't remember her name. Probably should have gone back to look that up. She seems to be a pretty interesting character. Her songs are funny and weird. She seems to be pretty goofy too. And I'm pretty curious to see where that's going to lead. I wonder if that's going to be a character that becomes a big part of the show, or if this is just for this particular section of the show. We'll see. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.